But 1 Corinthians chapter 15, listen to what Paul says in verse 12. Now, if Christ is proclaimed as raised from the dead, how can some of you say that there is no resurrection of the dead? But if there is no resurrection of the dead, then not even Christ has been raised. Paul says if you don't believe that we will rise one day, if we trust in Christ, he says, then that means Christ hasn't even been raised. And what's amazing is as we read this, as Christians today, we think this is some new theology that Paul is coming up with. Paul is not coming up with this. Paul is actually going into greater detail of what David already established in Psalm 16. David says, if the future Christ rises, I will rise. Paul here is building on that. And he's saying, yeah, David was right. If you don't believe we will rise, that means Christ never rose. Because what's true of Christ will be true of us. If Christ remains in the grave, we'll remain in the grave. If Christ rises, we will rise. I know this is weird to say, but Paul's point is we will rise whether you like it or not. Right? That's the point. You will rise again because Christ rose and you are in Christ. That's the same exact hope that David had in Psalm 16.